In 2019, Kazakhstan has once again proved its position as a respectable and a full-fledged participant in world politics. The evidence is seen by the country's initiatives and large-scale projects. The country continues to implement the course set by the first president of Kazakhstan even after the snap presidential elections.
He is leaving a great legacy, a very powerful and a good leadership, promoting peace and stability and the sustainable development in his country and also in the region. He was definitely one of the great global leaders. I have had a very close relationship with him during my tenure as a Secretary General of the United Nations.
So the message, a consistent message in private and in public from the Kazakhstan government has been one of consistency and continuity in policy making. That includes foreign policy, it includes economic policy, and it includes the kind of policies that we are interested in terms of.
Kazakhstan has also confirmed its effectiveness as a large international dialogue platform this year. 3 rounds of negotiations on the resolution of Syrian conflict were organized in Nur-Sultan city. This year, Kazakhstan has conducted an unprecedented humanitarian operation, Jusan. As part of the operation, more than 600 people have been repatriated from Syria, including 406 children.
Most Western European countries do not bring back their citizens, and you are doing completely the opposite, which I find interesting. You seem to have a very good rehabilitation program, big generosity, and this is something I'd like to write about, to maybe also give ideas to the Western European countries. To bring them home is probably the best thing to do.
Kazakhstan plans to continue to be an active member of many international organizations. The country is ready to promote and support initiatives aimed at ensuring regional and global security. Kazakhstan's GDP growth in 2019 has exceeded the expected level, rising above 4%, due to the increase of production volumes and development of the services sector. The non-resource sector has made the largest contribution to the GDP growth. According to the Kazakh Ministry of National Economy, industries have maintained a growth trend. In the first 11 months of 2019, the volume of production has increased by 3.6%. The growth of manufacturing sector has reached 3.8% due to the development of mechanical engineering and pharmaceutical industries. The growth in the mining industry remained at 3.7%. Construction has showed high growth dynamics. The volume of construction projects has increased by 12.1%.
So initially, we estimated that growth of Kazakhstan would this year be something lower than last year. Maybe 3.8% would be the growth that could be achieved this year. But then we received results of the first 3 quarters of this year, and we noticed that just in the first 3 quarters it grew by already 4.3%. And so we revised upward our growth prospects for Kazakhstan. Actually, our economic research department has put these increased growth rates for GDP of Kazakhstan to 4.1% for this year.
Investment activity remains an important factor for the country's economic growth. Since the beginning of 2019, almost 40 new foreign investors have invested in Kazakhstan. Over the years of independence, $330 billion have been invested in the local economy from 120 countries.
Biz Türkiye'de bir elektronik üretim noktasıyız ve
We operate in the electronics sector. We have invested in the Far East and Germany. 9 months ago, we decided to invest in Kazakhstan. Your country has created favorable conditions for investors through the 3-tier system. We plan to launch an electronic security system as soon as possible in banking, trading, mobile and other sectors.
Yüksek oldu. Enerji maliyetlerinin düşük.
The SME sector has also made a significant contribution to the economic development. By the end of November this year, the number of SMEs in Kazakhstan has increased by 7.8% per year, which is up to a total of 1.3 million. Experts noted that the country managed to maintain stable economic growth, mainly due to the implementation of industrialization programs as well as attraction of investments and support to the SME sector. 2019 has become a year of integration and reinforcement of cooperation in Central Asia. The region has all conditions for sustainable development of both bilateral and multilateral relations. This has been reached due to the constructive and pragmatic policy, which is based on historical friendship of 5 countries. The President of Turkmenistan took part in the second consultative meeting of Central Asian leaders for the first time this year. He didn't take part in the meeting in Kazakhstan's capital previously. Therefore, this is good news. In November, Uzbekistan made a statement on its plan for cooperation with the Eurasian Economic Union. Experts said that trade between the countries in the region has shown annual growth. The value amounted to $4.3 billion last year. The amount was increased to $4.1 billion in the first 9 months of 2019. The number of joint projects rose by 4 times as well. Uzbekistan is the main trade and economic partner of Kazakhstan in the region. The mutual import and export between the countries amounted to $2.6 billion from January to September this year, which is an increase by a quarter.
Республика Узбекистан является одной из самых главных стран, представляющих экспортный приоритет для Казахстана.
Uzbekistan is one of the main countries in the region to give export priorities to Kazakhstan. This interest is evident even in the current priorities of Uzbekistan. Governments of both countries set a goal to increase the trade value to $5 billion. Work is being actively conducted by both parties. The mutual visits of presidents of the two countries and constant contacts between prime ministers are being conducted and taking to the right direction.
Ведут в нужном русле, в правильном направлении.
The decision to organize the Year of Uzbekistan in Kazakhstan in 2018 as well as the Year of Kazakhstan in Uzbekistan in 2019 has become a landmark in the development of bilateral cooperation between the two countries. Nearly 20 large events that contribute to strengthening of cultural relations of the two Turkic nations were held as part of the projects. Analysts said that the integration processes will continue to gain momentum. Documentalog Electronic Document Management System and the Mellos Communication Agency have signed an agreement. The agreement, which was signed in the DocuLite cloud system, allows the two parties to exchange legally relevant electronic documents, regardless of wherever they physically are. The Russian party said that the Documentalog solutions provide fast and smooth transfer to a paperless system. The main advantage of the Documentalog for us is the seamless integration, which we consider as the most prioritized system. No additional training is required for our employees on how to use this system because it is easily understandable and simple. The system has an easy design and it can operate during the same day that it is installed when all the basic settings are set. Meanwhile, Konov Media Agency is also transitioning to the electronic document management system. The agency has chosen Documentalog out of all the tested programs. In public relations, it is very important to provide feedback very fast to a client. If the client submitted the form today, we have to provide response by tomorrow. We managed to do this in just a few hours using the Documentalog system. It helps to reduce the workload by 15% to 20%. Documentalog company takes the leading position in the Kazakhstan market. The company is also the first to implement the electronic document exchange system for state bodies. Shymkent will be named as the cultural capital of the Commonwealth of Independent States countries in 2020. The high status will be carried by the Kazakh metropolis after Brest in Belarus. The symbolic title has been handed over to Kazakhstan at an official ceremony in Brest. Shymkent is currently preparing for the Year of the Cultural Capital of the CIS countries event. Among them are various exhibitions and festivals, concerts by pop stars, evening recitals, and circus performances.
First
of all, Kazakh residents as well as residents of the CIS countries and guests, tourists, artists will take part in these events throughout the year. They will come to Shymkent and get to know our city. I think that whoever who has visited our city once will want to return again. I believe that we will have a wonderful year. 2020. We will become a place of interweaving friendship between the CIS countries.
бір достық байланыс мынау орнығады деп сенемін.
2019 has been full of bright concert programs, tours, new performances and theatre tours. The main opera stage of Kazakhstan presented to spectators unforgettable performances such as The Silken Ladder by Gioacchino Rossini, La Bohème by Giacomo Puccini, Eugene Onegin by Tchaikovsky, Don Carlos by Giuseppe Verdi, Giselle by Adolphe Adam and Coppelia by Leo Delibes. Soloists of the theatre have successfully presented their skills overseas as well. They toured to Italy, Spain, Lithuania, Russia and Uzbekistan this year. Meanwhile, the past 12 months have also been productive for the Astana Ballet. The theatre has staged 4 new plays and 12 choreographic performances. The rich repertoire of the theatre delighted the international fans of ballet art. This productive year began in February with the premiere of Touch of Illusions. We also staged a big premiere in the summer, which is The Legend of Love by the outstanding choreographer Yuri Grigorovich on the stage of the Alisher Navoy Theatre in Tashkent. Astana Ballet has also successfully performed on the stage of Covent Garden in London. At the end of the year, we have completed our tour with 4 performances in 4 cities in California, America. One of the main exhibits of the National Museum of Kazakhstan, The Golden Man, was presented for the first time in Turkey, Malaysia, Greece, North Macedonia, Tatarstan and Uzbekistan. The exhibit was presented in 12 museums worldwide as part of the modernization of Kazakhstan's identity program. 2019 is a very successful year for the very talented and famous Kazakh singer Dimash Kudaibergen. His solo concerts were sold out in Nur Sultan, Kremlin Palace in Moscow, and Ice Palace in St. Petersburg, as well as in the Barclays Center in New York. This year has also become successful for Yerjan Maxim. He won the 2nd place at the International Junior Eurovision Song Contest 2019.
Through windless night, the glinting moon illuminates in flowing waves. The village nestled in the vale.
The year has become memorable for the Grand Poetic Challenge. The literary competition dedicated to the 175th anniversary of Abay has become popular internationally through social media. People from all over the world posted videos reciting excerpts of legendary works of the great Kazakh poet and philosopher. President of Kazakhstan, ministers, diplomats, foreign literature critics, journalists, public figures, as well as school and university students took part in the challenge. The challenge was dedicated to the 175th anniversary of Abay, will be marked in 2020. The 1150th anniversary of the great scientist Al-Farabi is also planned to be celebrated in the upcoming year. Winter is a special time of the year and wonderful season for exciting games. There are many towns, ice rinks and ice hockey rinks opened in Kazakhstan's capital. All the platforms are decorated in the style of Astana Winterland. We are in a great mood. She's not afraid. Instead, she wants to ride one more time. I came here with my son. He likes to ride here. I would like to wish everyone to come here with their children. It's very fun and entertaining. We have a full range of winter entertainment here. We have ice skating and snow balloon rentals, slides, as well as snowmobile rental. One of the new attractions is a winter children's carousel.